Hi everybody. Do you ever need a gift like really quick? Like you have 30 minutes or an hour to make a gift? I'm going to show you how to make a quilt in 30 minutes. No, I'm really not. I can't make a quilt in 30 minutes, but I can make a zipper pouch. It is from a ByAnnie pattern, and I got it from my local quilt shop, which is called Busy Lady Quilt Shop in Mount Washington. If you're ever in the Louisville area, you need to make time to go out to Mount Washington and visit the Busy Lady Quilt Shop. It just so happens that in the month of February, ByAnnie is having a contest for the best local quilt shop in your area. I think it's actually in your state. So I'm going to put a link in the description below so that you can go and vote for your best local quilt shop. Now, if you're in the area of Mount Washington or Louisville, Busy Lady is a wonderful place to shop. The ladies that work there are so helpful. Jennifer is always willing to bring in new products if you need them, and she sells all of your ByAnnie products. So if you're wanting to make one of these bags, definitely go to her quilt shop, Busy Lady Quilt Shop in Mount Washington, and pick up your items to make your own ByAnnie bag. So let's get busy. Busy lady, get it? So let's get started on our ByAnnie bag. I need a piece of fabric for my main bag. I need a piece of Bosal stabilizer for my main bag. I will need a zipper. I haven't decided which zipper I like best, so it's between these two. Then I need a lining. She sells kits that have coordinating fabric in them that you can use to make the ByAnnie bags. So here I need to figure out, this is almost too pretty to be a lining, but I like this. So I think I'm going to start with this as a lining, and there's plenty of fabric to make multiple bags, and not just this bag, but other bags that are the ByAnnie patterns. All right, so the first thing I need to do is I need to sew a seam around the edge of the fabric on the stabilizer. So let me do that. So the instructions said to put lines here and here. And now I am supposed to stitch on top of those lines. All right. This is the top. I've sewn along these lines here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just put it back together because I know this is the way, because my zipper teeth are pointing down when I put the right side of the zipper on the right side of the bag. Now here I have an example of a completed bag. So you can see it's nice and sturdy. It's got a flat bottom. You can see where the lines are sewn, and it's just such a cute little bag. Love it. So here we're going to fold this over. We need to attach the zipper teeth side down over here. So I'm going to put clips on this, and I just want to make sure that these sides of my bag line up. So let's just clip those into place. So here we have our zipper attached. Now we need to attach our lining. So I'm going to drop my foot. Oops, like that. There we go. Got my zipper foot on, and I'm going to go inside the zipper. The tape is in between. Okay, so here we've attached this. Now, rotate the bag. Same matter, stitch the top lining. Okay. This side's a little easier to maneuver. Not that the other side was hard. It wasn't. Alright, so we're going to line this up. And again, the zipper tape is going to be in the middle. Now we're going to do the same thing with the lining on the front of the bag. And again, I'm going to back tack. We are going to push each lining piece away from the zipper. Turn the bag over so the main fabric side is up and press well. Ow. Man, that thing gets hot. And then we're going to stitch about 1/8 of an inch away from the edge on both sides on the main fabric. All right, we are moving right along. So we need to sew the sides. Now we're supposed to unzip our zipper, which our zipper is already unzipped, but we're gonna zip it about halfway, and then with the zipper towards the top, fold the bag on the lines. I want to line up these rectangles. So let's do that. Clip these into place. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sew the two sides. All right, so I have put my regular foot back on. Going to start below the zipper and the bag lining. All right, I'm gonna stitch. So here we've stitched down our zipper, we've got our lining. Now we need to join the bottom edges of our lining. But we need to make sure that we leave an opening in the middle so that we can turn our bag right side out. Now we are going to be using a 1/4 inch seam. I'm going to move my laser light. I'm going to unclip the top. And I want to back stitch or back tack the beginning and the end. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Now here's where I want to make sure that I keep these pieces of my zipper together. Make sure that you don't sew over your zipper if you are not using a nylon zipper. Ask me how I know. I started out with a plastic zipper and it did not go well. I ended up breaking a needle. Okay, the need for this. Here's where the thingamajig comes in handy. So I've moved my clips in because we're going to flip over to the other side of the bag and sew a 1/4 inch seam again. I'm thinking we're going to take these two folds and fold them together. Okay, like that. And clip. So we have this folded up. Now we're going to pull the lining up and clip. Then lay this flat and then we're going to clip on each side. Now we are going to sew from top to bottom, and the bottom part of your lining will be above the bottom of the bag. All right, now let's trim our zipper. Make sure again that you have nylon, because the plastic doesn't work very well. I broke my sewing machine needle. I tried to hand sew it. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I have not figured it out. On to the boxed corners. So we're going to fold these, pull this apart. There we go. And fold them into a straight line like this. And then I'm going to sew mine with the seams open. So I'm going to clip it, come to this other side, and do the same thing. Now we're going to go to the sewing machine and sew them. And a way that I found that you can line these up and make sure what you're doing is right is you're going to hold them together so then you know that they're even. This guy. Pull him down a little bit. Pull him down a little bit. And there you go. It's kind of fussy at first, but once you get the hang of it, you will know exactly what to do. This is a little bitty bit of sewing, but it's important. So I'm going to back tack, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. And there we will have boxed corners. Now I'm going to cut any threads that I see. And then we're supposed to trim any of the top edges. But you want to be really careful because you do not want to hit your seam. Okay. Now, this is the fun part, because you get to reveal what you've made. Maybe. And there we have a closed seam on the inside of our bag. Now for the big reveal. And here is our finished zipper pouch. How cool is that? Our project came together lickety-split. And isn't this a great gift? A zipper pouch. Who can't use a zipper pouch? And it's lined. I'm loving it. Again, ByAnnie is having a contest for the month of February. So your local quilt shop would love it for you to vote for them so that they can win some ByAnnie stuff. ByAnnie products are available at the Busy Lady Quilt Shop. So go check it out. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Eat some chocolate and be kind to everyone. Until next time, bye.